Okay. All right, everyone. Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome to our new series, Rise into Wellness, Your Mind, Body, and Soulful Connections. I am so excited that this is our first episode. And who do I have here? It's my good partner, Joyce Shulman. And she is actually the founder of Macaroni Kid and 99 Walks. So today we're going to discuss a little bit more about what she's doing during this time and feeling inspired to get outside with what she has going on. So Joyce, share what's happening on your end.
Oh, Tia, thanks so much for being here. I love that you're doing this series. What perfect timing to be reaching out with these kinds of messages. It's amazing. So thank you. So what am I doing these days? So much. So a lot of people are saying that they have more time and more space in their days right now. And gosh, I'm so envious of that because I still feel like I am super, super busy, as I know you are. It's a different kind of busy. We're doing less running around. And yet there's
Yeah.
so much opportunity to create content, connect with people, put goodness out in the world that I feel like my projects have projects.
I love that.
Right?
I feel the same way. But what I love about your project, it's all mindful. You're an informer and you're an inspiring soul with mindful activities.
Well, thank you for that.
You're
Uh, so,
welcome.
so on a professional level, well, I'm going to start with the personal level. Actually, I'm going to start with what I'm doing personally. So I'm spending more time at home, of course, as we all are. I'm spending more time with my family, more concentrated time. I have two teenagers. My son is home from college. He's not so happy about that because he was really into his routine and just thriving away at school. So he's home and trying to develop some routines and habits for himself. And I have a daughter who's a freshman in high school. And when the word first came out, we were just talking about this morning, when the word first came out that school was canceled for a few days, she and her friends were ecstatic. And then the reality of not going to school for weeks has started to set in, and she's missing her friends, she's missing her routine. So it's a new kind of thing that we're all wrestling with as it's evolving so quickly over the last couple of weeks. And for me personally, I'm doing a lot of writing. I'm doing a lot of leading of my team. I run two different companies, so that's a lot. And I am walking a ton, like every day between 3 and 5 miles every friggin' day.
Do you feel that, and I know we're going to touch on this too, with walking, whether it's raining, whether it's snowing, whether it's cold or hot, um, and I know we're going to touch on 99 walks, but when you're walking, do you feel like you're decomposing, like, decompressing everything because it's all built up being inside and you're not able to go anywhere, but at least you can take a walk. Do you feel like that's helping you during this time?
Uh, Beyond, I don't have words for how much it's helping me. So I walk with a friend. We stay 5 feet apart. We walk on a wide trail. Actually, I'm walking with a couple of different friends. Just one friend at a time, 5 feet apart, sometimes on the beach, sometimes on a trail. We keep our distance and we talk about everything. And then sometimes I walk by myself. And months ago, a friend of mine used an expression about what walking does for her that was such a good, it's such a good word. Walking untangles my thoughts and my body. Walking untangles me. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah. So
It really does.
yeah, to your point, all of those things that are rattling around in our minds right now, the stress, the concerns, the busy, the not busy enough, all of those things you can sort through because walking is incredibly, incredibly powerful. And I don't know how much you want to sort of dig into everything that goes on when you literally just lace up your sneakers and walk out the door, but a lot goes on.
I definitely want to dive into it because right now, it doesn't matter where you are in this world, you can take a walk.
Almost everywhere. There are actually a couple of communities. where they're asking people not even to leave their homes, even
Mm.
to walk. So those people, honestly, I think that might push me over the edge.
Yeah.
But for everybody else, the walking. So I talk. This sort of goes right to the theme of your show. So walking is incredibly powerful for your mind, your body, and your mood.
Yeah.
And I can talk about each of those things. So with respect to your body, walking is one of the best things you can do for your physical well-being. A regular walking practice has been shown by a boatload of research and evidence to reduce your risk of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, dementia, several types of cancer. It's wonderful for weight control, your cardiovascular system, all of those things. One study showed that a regular walking practice is so powerful, it can add up to 7 years to your life. Like, it's really good stuff for your mood. And I think a lot of people know this, but walking is a really powerful tool in the fight against depression. And I think right now, so many of us are having our moods impacted in various ways by everything that's going on. You know, loss of routine, your being home, the fear around what is happening, what could be happening, financial. There's so, the list. I don't want to do the list of everything that we're all
No,
worried
but you're right.
about. But that can really have an impact on your mood, and that can go south. So walking has been shown to have a very powerful impact on your mood.
You know what I love about walking too, Joyce, is it could be a solo journey, but it also can be your family, your friends. And that's one thing I love about your app, 99 Walks. Even though my family like is down south or I have friends all over the world, if they're able to walk right now, we can all create a group and walk together.
Yeah, you guys, this is so simple. This is so simple. But reach out to somebody you care about. Reach out to somebody who is important to you. Schedule a time to get on the phone and take a walk together. And really pay attention to how that impacts your mood. Because what you're going to see, and I can just about guarantee this, what you're going to see is if you get connected with someone you care about, especially right now, anytime, but especially right now, and you go take a 30-minute walk together, I promise you, you're going to come back feeling significantly better.
And it's interesting you say that because the other day I was speaking with a friend and I told her, she's like, how are you doing during this time? I said, honestly, I'm doing good now because I'm taking this time to rebuild my relationships with family and friends I have not spoken to in forever.
Isn't that amazing? People are reaching out to. I got an email this morning from my law school boyfriend. So we're talking a long time ago. He lives in California, married, 2 kids, having a
Wow.
really spectacular life. But I haven't connected with this person who I adore. I've always adored in literally decades.
Wow. Wow.
Are you hearing from people, Tia? Are you hearing from people? And you are, right?
Yeah. So my friends in Germany, I have not spoken to them for 5 years. Um, and I met their first son and they just had another baby. So we did a Skype session and I was like, oh, it took a virus for me to take the time to see you. This is not, I'm looking at COVID-19 being in a way, an inspirational act for me to see, you know what, I'm going to take this time to connect with all my friends that I haven't connected with in a long time because of me being so busy.
Yeah.
And using this time to having my balancing act of, you know, my work, as you know, I'm very passionate. I feel like it's my lifestyle, but also like my family life and my friend life, balancing it all now. So the past couple of weeks, I have been balancing it all. Where you know what, each day I look at who can I connect with today that I haven't talked to in forever.
I love that. I love that. Something that I always say is we as a society, especially women, I really think this is more of a woman thing than a guy thing. We wear our busyness like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
And I'm as guilty as the next person. And you know this, I'm sure, when you say to me, hey, Joyce, how are you? And I'm working on this, I swear, but 9 times out of 10, I'm sure that I respond to you and go, oh, I'm so busy.
Yup.
I do.
But it's so true because you are.
And it's true because I am, but
Yes.
number one, that's not all I am. And number two, I'm trying to really dig deep. Now this is getting real personal, but I'm trying to really dig deep to try to see, like, is that a bragging thing, right? Am I bragging my busyness? Are we bragging our busyness? Or am I looking for help? Like, why is my answer, I'm so busy, other than that, like, it's a fact, but it's not all there is.
You know what? That's a good topic of discussion, Joyce.
For
Is your
sure.
busyness more of like, a bragging aspect, or is it more for you calling for help?
Or is it just stating a fact? But if
Yeah.
it's just stating a fact, there's so much more. Why isn't, how are you? Why isn't it, I'm eating the pretzels that my son baked last night? I don't know. Why it's a beautiful, why isn't it a million other things going on in my life? Why do I lead with, I'm so busy? This is not at all what you wanted to talk about today.
Yeah, but you know what? I love it because, again, this show is all about inspiring. This show's all about connectivity, community, and being authentic. So everyone knows this is non-scripted. I just want to share people who you are and what you're doing for our community on the East End and the nation. Because even with Macaroni Kid, what I love about Macaroni Kid, before I knew Joyce, I would partner up with her publishers in Georgia with a lot of our family-driven events, and they would come out and support. And then let's fast forward to like 2 years ago. I'm like, oh snap, you found Macaroni Kid.
It does. The world is so small. It never ceases to amaze me how small the world is. But it is.
But but to me, that inspires me, Joyce, is you are a full-time mom, full-time wife. You have 2 business babies. And what I love too, you and the love of your life, your husband, Eric, you guys are a power couple. So that inspires me too. And the fact that you guys all can balance this, and you're impacting so many communities throughout the US. And I think Canada too now at 99 Walks. Do you have any, yep, well, let's say North America.
Yeah.
You're inspiring so many souls on a daily basis. And what I love about you is that A, you're humble. B, you're very selfless. You're always like, how can I help you? And I usually say, let me think about it. Because you always ask at the end of our conversation, how can I help you? So anytime I ask you, how are you? And you say you're busy, but the fact at the end of any time we talk, you always come at me saying, Tia, how can I help you right now? And I'm like, I don't know, I'll get back to you on that. Shows you really do care about every single person that's in your circle, from like a family standpoint, a work standpoint, community standpoint. You really do care. And that's one of the reasons why I'm like, I really would love to have her on here. I really would love for people all over to see who Joyce Shulman is, the woman behind 99 Walks, the woman behind the umbrella of Macaroni and Kid, and showing people what your daily life is. And you're not just sitting there and you're like, oh, I have all this X, Y, and Z. No, you are continuing to innovate on a daily basis. I love that about you.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the reasons I think that you and I have connected so deeply and so fast, because we are all about the hustle. What can we build? What can we create? What can we do? How can we activate? How can we inspire? And listen, this is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Because it can be exhausting, but I've just sort of come to accept the fact that this is how I'm wired. And I'm also drawn to people who have that kind of passion as well, who share that passion. Does that make sense?
Oh, definitely.
And I think that's why you and I mean, there are a few things, for me, there are a few things that are more fun than sitting at Sagtown Coffee with you and a cup of coffee and a notebook and coming up with ideas and plans.
I love that. That's always the highlight when we would sit down. We're like, "Oh man, I had fun. All right, what's next?"
Right.
It's better than having wine.
Oh yeah.
It's like you're stimulating your brain, your mind. So when you're working with so many passionate souls that we can activate together, especially the mindfulness. And that's why, again, you're inspiring on that. Like when we sit down and we're brewing, I'm like, oh, this is great. But even though we're talking about an idea, we actually activate on that idea.
Sure.
So I remember that you were talking about you wanted to write a book. And you look, oh, Tia, what do you think about this? I'm like, do it. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, Joyce, where's the first part of your manuscript? Oh, it's coming. Oh, okay. And you surprised me. You had it, you did it, and now it's published.
I did.
And this is less than 6 months ago, and I just got goosebumps. Like this
I
was
did.
less than 6 months ago.
It was actually a year. It was yeah, it was because
Okay.
my goal. Listen to you. Time is going really fast. Just trust me on
Okay.
that. Time is going really fast. But my goal was to have the first draft of it done by my birthday last year, which is the middle of June. I missed that, but I had a completed manuscript by early August. And then I had, oh gosh, so many rounds of editing, so much help and support and editing. And then the book became available, not that, not that I've whatever, on exactly January 24th. That was
Yes.
the day, a day that I will never
Yes.
forget.
And
So
now,
it's available on Amazon. And the feedback has been fantastic, which has been really just so gratifying and special to me because I've always written a ton, blog posts and articles and always putting content out, but there's something different about a book.
yeah,
So can I plug the book real quick?
of course you
So
can.
the book is called Walk Your Way to Better, and it's 99 thought starters and ideas and pieces of research with the hope that people will absorb each message and then take that thought starter with them on a walk. Because this actually all ties to what we were just saying. I feel like there's a ton of great content out there in the world right now. But I also feel like we are all running so fast
Yeah.
that we hear something that's important and we're on to the next thing before we've given our minds the chance to really process it.
Yeah. And I feel like your book is an inspirational guide. It's getting everyone to really dive deep into their soul and think about what you're writing. Like, oh, I resonate with this. Yes, I should do this practice. This is a guidebook. And it's not a fast, we're like, oh, I'm going to read it in one day. No, you want
No.
to take your time reading your guide. You really do. As well as making sure the guide, I feel like complements the app. So I want to dive deeper into the 99 walks. Just say, you mentioned earlier, April is your new month, your new goal crusher. How can the viewers be involved with 99 walks?
So 99 Walks is at its heart monthly walking challenges for women. It's app-based where we encourage women to set their own goal. We suggest a starting point of a goal of 33 miles, which is about a mile a day, which is doable for everybody. Right now, people are walking a ton more, which is amazing. I actually, at the first day of the month, you can set your own goal for the month. And I haven't done that yet for myself for April because I usually stick to 33 miles and I usually crush that. But I'm doing so much more that I'm thinking I'm going to go for 50 this month.
Ooh.
I know. And then we have daily walking classes, walking meditations, which are amazing, house walking classes for the days you can't get out of your house. And then when you accomplish your goal, crush your goal at the end of the month, we send you what we call wearable inspiration, which I know you're wearing.
Mine is practically perfect.
Practically perfect. So every month there's a theme. And we were talking right before we went live, the theme for April, which we decided months ago and turns out to be so appropriate is walk in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
And I say it's a fact and a metaphor.
It is. It is. And you also have a podcast too that people can tune into.
We do. We have the Weekly Walk podcast, which is a weekly podcast where Eric and I, usually my husband and partner, talk about all the things. This week, we're talking about ways you can boost your immune system, which I think could not be any more important than it is right at this very, very second.
And how can anyone listen to your podcast? Do they, of course, download your app? You'll have that access. But if you're not able to download the app, is there another way that they can listen to you?
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, as you say, the podcasts are available through the app. 99 Walks is a monthly subscription. So it is a paid subscription, and that gets you access to everything. The classes, the podcast, the wearable inspiration, all of that. But separate from that, we have a really wonderful Facebook group that's open to everybody, and our podcasts are available on Spotify, iTunes, or even through the website 99 Walks. So you can find us, you can listen to us anywhere.
Yeah, I love it.
Just found out that my mother-in-law has started listening to our podcasts.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really awesome. Because you're inspiring, and what I love about what you're doing, you inspire so many souls that are multi-generational. So it could be, your daughter Maddie, her friends, and then they're like, hey mom, let's do this together. And then me, I ask my mom, and my mom can ask their mom, so it's multi-generational that you're bringing us ladies all together. And what I love about your mission is with 99 Walks, you want to get 1 million women moving by the end of 2020.
Yep, a million women walking.
Walking.
And then, I talk about, because I love nothing as much as an alliteration, right?
Yeah.
My passions are women walking in wellness.
Mm-hmm. WWW.
Exactly.
I love it. So everyone, just to let you know, I know we're coming close to our time, but I would love for you to connect with Joyce. How can people connect with you?
So many places. So I'm on Instagram at Joyce R. Shulman. My businesses are also on all the social channels, Macaroni Kid on Facebook and Instagram, and 99 Walks, Facebook and Instagram. 99 Walks has a public Facebook group page, as well as this private group, but the private group is not just for our members. It's open to anybody who wants to be part of this community, who is walking their way to better. My book is available on Amazon, and that's all the stuff. Oh, I'm a regular contributor to Thrive Global. And I've been working honestly really hard to put some really good content out there. So people are welcome to check that out as well. I just posted something that's yet again like a topic for a whole nother day, but around how we can hack our happiness hormones during this really challenging time. And this would be a really fun conversation, Tia, for you and I to have, even over a cup of coffee, because it's such an interesting thing to think about.
Got my coffee right here.
I've moved on to water. Gosh, I'm drinking so much coffee. Are you drinking so much coffee these days?
Honestly, no. I've been cutting back, so I only do a cup and a half a day, whether it's a cup in the morning and half mid-afternoon, knowing if I need that extra dump. But I'm drinking a lot of water, so I usually fill up my water bottle about 6 to 7 times a day, and making sure I'm just drinking the whole thing, just to keep my body hydrated.
So that's on the list of immune boosters we talked about this morning. More water. You're doing it.
And just to let everyone know, what I love about Joyce, she is giving everyone that's watching and anyone a part of the Savor community a 2-week trial. So if you're watching this and you want to dive into it, use our code SAVOR2020, and it'll give you 2 weeks, SAVOUR 2020. It'll give you 2 weeks to dive and see what's happening, to feel inspired to do more, to invite your friends and family, because I'm starting today with my group of friends. So you're going to see us signing up, and it's going to be called Team Savor.
Nice.
Or maybe Team Leva. I don't know yet, but we're all going to be on.
Tia, what are you setting?
So I'm excited.
What are you setting for your walking goal for April?
33 miles.
33 is great.
That's what I get. I'm just being honest. There's a lot of ticks out, as you know, so I'm just gonna go back and forth on the main road.
Listen, there are some great places to walk around here that are tick safe. There really
Oh,
are.
can you please send that my way?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I would like to do that because you know where I am, and I don't want to get ticks.
Yeah, it's pretty wooded where you are for sure.
But all right, you guys, I'm really excited that we were on board with Joyce this morning, and stay tuned. So Joyce, I have another series coming out called The Grace Period, and you're going to be on board on that one too. So stay tuned for that one. It's with Lauren, Joyce. It's with Lauren and our other friend, Diana.
So fun.
I'm going to have you on that as well, because I really love what else you have to share and offer during this time. So you guys better stay tuned to her and us over at Savor and see what other magic that we can be putting on. So until next time, our Savor challenge for everyone is to make sure they dive deep into 99 walks.
Thanks so much, Tia. I'll see you soon.
Yes, thank you, Joy.